Animal.
Yanina.
I say Mani. His name one.
Mati.
Matima. Yes, one. Mani. Zabel. Oh, okay.
Just call Mr. John Shameen.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yes, yes. And what, Dennis?
Shameen, where's Shameen?
Yes, no. Shameen, I mean Dennis, my secretary.
Denise, she's on the phone.
She knows she's being catered for it.
I see. Okay. Not like I won't stick in the middle.
Who is not there?
Is there no place for
Is there no space for Denise?
Okay.
No, you said
Where's Mr.
Abhination.
Can I introduce our lunch people? That's my aunt's matriarch.
Who was in Parliament? I think we'll start
Jane.
That's right, yeah. Is she still alive?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good.
We are, we are very glad that since you come to Chatsworth, Mr. Mandela comes to my house.
Where's the book?
You are starting something.
Oh, good. I thought Zali would be here.
Wait.
Videoing now. No videoing.
No, not.
No videoing or photos.
No photos.
Louis. For breakfast, he used to eat 20 eggs. Is that so? Oh, yes.
In 1956, he delivered everybody was banned. And there was a lack of regional leadership also. We are reaching consensus. And let me give you one example.
What you shot him? Right. Okay, let's see what you can do.
Kevin?
Yes? How are you? Yes? What's your name?
Raj, this one day.
Yes? How are you? Very good. Very nice. I'm so happy to see you. I did greet you, did I? Very good. Very good. No, very good. Very good. Okay. Well, I'm very frightened to see so many press people here.
Come here.
Yes, please. Thank you.
It's ready? Call me Rajbansi. Mr. Mandela pronounces my name better than any Indian. But he has come with an entourage. On the right is the Minister of Transport, the head of the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, and I can publicly say is a great friend of South Africans of Indian origin. On my left is the Minister of Health. And if you've got a problem at Al Khan Hospital, you know who to get. And he knows the hard time Shameen gives him in a good way. Dr. Zweli Mkiza. Immediately on the right, where's Dumisane? Right, we have the Minister of Housing here, Mr. Dumisane Makai. Then we have the Deputy Speaker of KwaZulu-Natal Legislature with us. And a person who's putting the relationship between the MF and the ANC on its correct course, where we have shown better understanding. Becky, who's the leader, chairperson of the region. But of course, the person who puts us on correct path is the father of our nation. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, whom Madiba admired, said that we are fortunate that Gandhiji is with us. We are fortunate that Madiba is with us to always point out to us the path of high endeavor. And for that we must thank Almighty. We would like to see you in Chatsworth for your 100th birthday. We're going to see it. That it's Indian culture that you give a visitor. And I don't think in our lifetime we dreamt that in our house we'll have a visitor who is not the Gandhi of Africa. He's the Gandhi of the world. We have a book of Mahatma Gandhi who pictures his life story. Shameen, mother, and Hina, right? Right. And Veena.
I want to prove that I'm young, I'm not
Right.
old. Very good.
Then we have a prize collection. And there are very few people who have this in this country. It's a video of Mahatma Gandhi during the freedom struggle, Shameen. You and I will present it.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Then my daughter, Dimlesh, will present the frame.
One of the selling art collections.
That's very lovely.
Just
Then the words of Madiba. Never again will this country see that oppression. And we must say, never must we forget that God gave us this opportunity of a person like Madiba to walk to the surface of this earth. So in order to remember that and never forget, my two daughters, Vimshana and Vimleka, will present the symbol of unforgettableness. And I'm never forgetting. We will never forget you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Vimleka.
I see the young man here getting jealous.
When I was a small boy, I used to follow the great leaders, Julius Nyerere, all the freedom leaders. But Madiba modeled his style on Pandit Nehru. And when we were at lunch, he was saying so, without acknowledging it. When he was at the Rivonia trial, he made an address. And when I read that address, I said, I read it in somewhere else. It was Nehru's address. He took sentences from there. So therefore, Pradil, my grandson, now Avinesh, our grandson, and Pradil, they're going to give you a video which is the life story of Nehru in the freedom struggle. Pradil?
Very good.
Abby doesn't want to move.
Very good. Thank you.
Good decision. With Isha has some very interesting books to present, Corruption, India's Enemy Within and others.
Well, thank you very much. Oh, come close, come close. Everything up,
Where's Bobby?
Thank you very much.
Now, I gave Madiba a statue of Gandhi, but the person who has a tremendous influence in shaping Madiba is this person here. This will be presented by Yajna and Tony. Where's Kala?
Well, this is wonderful, huh? You mind if I kiss you?
That's my sister.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Then, you know, Madiba was once a boxer. A great fighter. You know, he admired Joe Frazier and Ali when Ali took out a gorilla and says, there'll be a thriller and a killer when I knock the gorilla in Manila. Anesh and Sunita will present this video. It's a prize video. She's Shameen's sister, my wife's sister.
Oh, good.
She's
Thank
at
you.
both the attorneys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now, one of the greatest boxers on the earth who fought and Madiba remembered him. And I showed the video for half a minute. Pramila?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, Madiba,
Thank you.
in our culture there is a demigod called Nataraja. It keeps things going. And the foundation you have laid on high values must keep on going in this country. We call Viswan, Margaret and Reena. Now Viswan is the biggest mischief maker for the ANC. Council and Margaret. You know one thing about one person. The London newspaper says Tavo hits the Tilted jackpot. They got 777 with Margaret. That's a daughter Reena. So both of them will present this to you. Together with the Taj Mahal. Pick the Taj Mahal up.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
When we look at centuries later, that here was a man of peace but also tenacity. They call me the Bengal tiger. That means pharmacy staff come forward with Shameen have decided to give you the gift.
Oh,
This is my poster.
this is the real tiger. Thank you very much.
Come, quickly.
My home poster.
Thank you.
And Shameen has a special
Thank you.
gift.
Come.
Come.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome to see you alive.
Yes? Thank you. You know, I've got 29 grandchildren. Very handsome boy. I'd like to come and choose. Will you? Very good. Thank you.
How much the whole like?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Then, this is unscheduled.
Use South African gold, and they immersed it in that, and they treat arthritics in Austria. So they take a tot every night. And from 1995 to now, I've never opened it, and I've never had the opportunity to give it to anybody who deserved it. And when Madiba was coming home, I said, well, I think it was well kept for a special person, and that is why I want to give him this.
Also,
That is all for our father. But it's not the end of gift and
no, wait a minute.
now. But we don't want to donate it to an individual. But my sister will donate this to the ANC.
Yeah.
Now you see, we are fighters.
I'll be over.
With out to the ANC.
Yeah.
Right. Then I gave Madiba to Mahatma Gandhi. Right? Who hasn't had the chance?
All the ladies.
Right. The ladies, like this is to the ANC office. Right, I have never seen, I have met Madiba during the presidency. I've never seen him so jovial. Looks like you want to sleep here tonight. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Madiba is going to make a few comments. And I remember when I was at Odessa, when we were having difficulty with the Constitution. And Cyril and Mac Maraj came to see me and said, Madiba, I want to see you at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were alone. But Gandhi's face flashed my mind when I told Madiba, I think it was, I won't let you down. And I don't think anybody in this world can let down the father of our nation. I now call upon Madiba to make some comments.
I am grateful to visit the home of Amichand. We have been together for a long time, and he has got excellent qualities of leadership. And I'm happy I came here in order to acknowledge these qualities of leadership that he has. You will have come across the lines. I have traveled this long and difficult road to freedom. I trust that I did not falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that when you cross a great hill, you only discover that there are more hills to climb. I have taken a rest here for a moment to steal a view on the glorious vista that surrounds me. But I can only rest for a moment, because with freedom come responsibility. The long walk to freedom is not yet accomplished. And somebody has said, out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable spirit. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of fate, my head is bloody but unbound. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms the horror of the shade, but the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the caster, the captain of my soul. That is the spirit we all should have, because we have been hailed as a miracle nation, and therefore the performance of each and every individual must be at the highest maximum. We must strive to be better than our best in order to maintain the reputation of being a miracle nation. And here, all of us are responsible, including the press. I was saying to Amichand and Said here that what hurts me with the media is when they say something true about me. That hurts me. Falsities, fabrications, exaggerations, I just brush them aside. I don't worry at all. But when their criticism is accurate, then I worry. Because in any democratic country, the media must be the mirror of how you perform, so that from time to time we should have something which is going to measure how we are seen by the public. And it doesn't matter what I think I am doing, but if I'm seen by the public to be underperforming, that's not good enough. So we don't want the media which is a lapdog. We want a media that is a watchdog, that can criticize everybody from president right down to the humblest person in life. That is what we want. a vigorous media which is able to shape our conduct, our behavior. And I'm very grateful that our media is performing that duty. No matter what complaints we have from time to time, many people complain about ourselves, what we do. And there's no reason why any differences with the media should make us feel we've reached the end of the world. I'm very grateful indeed that I am with Amichand here. We have discussed some differences which may have cropped up from time to time. But I've said to him and the leaders of the ANC that in any dispute, you reach a stage where none is absolutely correct and none is absolutely wrong, when compromise is absolutely necessary. And I pointed out that the most difficult thing I've experienced is not so much to change the people around me or the world. It is to change yourself. That is the most difficult task that you can face. And those who are able to change themselves will eventually be leaders of the world. And people who do not start with them first and change themselves have no claim to be leaders of the world. I have known many men and women in almost every part of the globe who are worthy candidates to immortality. During their last day, we'll be able to say, here lies a woman or man who has done his or her duty to country. That is the most fervent desire of everybody, that during my last day, those who remain behind will say, you man or woman who lies here has done his or her duty to his people, to his country, so that you become famous beyond the grave and beyond the borders of your country. Those are the people who have changed the course of history. And in this country, we have quite a lot of people who have made that contribution. And I'm glad to be amongst you. Thank you.
Before we adjourn, we have the catering here. He wants to take a photograph. The person in
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Are you all right? Huh? Very good. Very nice to see you. You want to take? Please do. Take the banana. Thank you.
We want to thank Denise. Where's Denise? We must thank Denise.
Yes, Denise, come, Denise.
Yeah, let's take a
Huh?
Now, my daughters, Shameen, Pradil, and Avinesh, will leave everybody around. But I'm sure you're not going to. Shana, Pradil, Avinesh.
Yes?
Clive, can you just want to. Clive. Clive, come this way. Come this way, Clive. He's also a owner of a powerful media, Clive.
Okay.
Is Rishad here?
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
just have a chat with her alone. And Bernice, you can come here. But they have changed. I want to hold You left high school? Yes? Very good. Very good.
Say the other way.
Right.
All right.
I told my friend here, Amichand, that their name must be changed from my name to front to majority front. Because they have enabled us to keep this university, and without them, we would not be able to have done so. So let's call them the majority front.
Well done.
Long live Nelson Mandela, long live!
Long live Nelson Mandela.
Long live!
Long live.